Art here. I just want to let you know that the Pulsechain.com mainnet has launched, and PulseX.com on that mainnet has launched as well. I hope you guys are all enjoying it. We waited a couple years for this, and it's finally here.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Hex Token channel and Superman Crypto, streaming to two different channels, of course, and heading towards 9,700 subscribers onwards and upwards. And if you're new to the channel, smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell for daily videos on Pulsechain, crypto, and a lot other things as well. So get in there and smash all those buttons. That's pretty much it. So I hope you guys are doing well out there. We're going to be talking about a lot of cool stuff at the moment. And can see that I've got a little bit of hazy there on the background. We'll have a quick look at who's in house already. Just let me update the studio here. We're going to get into the stock market briefly, start off into crypto, look at Pulsechain and Richard Heart tokens, and then get into top PRC 20s like the PDI, which seems to be popular. And of course, we're going to get into all the projects coins as well. We're going to get an update, of course, on TYRH and Jacob, and we're going to talk about that today. We also have a little quick update on Zen, and then we're going to get into the Hex daily stats on hex.com. So it's going to be a pretty full show today. And of course, the title of the video today is Pulsechain, the People's Chain. And of course, Pulsechain is looking to lead the DeFi revolution and take over more of crypto. And of course, recently we saw the Binance CZ, the CEO, talk about how DeFi is going to take over more of crypto versus CeFi and centralized exchanges. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to help do that. So it's going to be cool. We're all pretty much early here. It's only finishing up day 116, and we're going to be starting day 117 during the live stream pretty much. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see who's jumped in the chat. We got Lies Beneath the Truth in the house. How are you today? Very good. And it's reasonably sunny outside. So hopefully we're going to have a good walk today. I'm pretty sure I'm up to walk 43. So that's today, walk 43, onwards towards the 300 mark. We got Lies Beneath says Hex, EHEX, PLS, PLSX, and incentive for the win, 100%. That is the golden strategy of Richard Heart, and we are following it on this channel. So it's going to be fun to watch. We got Sandy Beach in the house there. We got Christ for all crypto in the house. Hello all PLS, PLSX, and Up Token. Nice to see you in the house there, Christ for all crypto. And who else has jumped in here? We have a look, a couple of comments. We got Joey Torres in the house. Good to see Joey. We got Sandy Beach's latest fitness and health and fitness update. So check out that and give Sandy Beach a follow. It's a workout, a tweet. That is indeed. Who else there? We got a big Heidi hi from Sandy as well. Heidi, hi to you. Archie's in the house. Hi all. Good to see you, Archie. George Tucker as well. What's up, guys? In fact, just got a reminder, Archie's providing the updates for today, TYRH update. So thanks very much, Archie, for the intel. We got George Tucker in the house there. What's up, guys? Ivan as well. Good morning, folks. Another beautiful day in paradise. Where are you? In Tahiti? Are you in Tahiti? Ivan, well, let us know where you are. Jenna's in the house as well. Hi, everybody. I'm sure Ivan's told us many times before. Jenna in the house there. Hi, everybody. Good to see Jenny. It's Brisbane. That's right. Yeah, it's like 24 degrees in Brisbane. Beautiful day. That sounds beautiful, right? Now, Brisbane is like a tropical city. It's really amazing. Really is cool. Very historic city as well. A lot of historic buildings. What else there? We got Check My Pulse. Good evening, Superman. Woohoo! Good evening to you. Check My Pulse. Brennan as well. Morning all. Craig Pitt in the house. Morning to you. Max Scabby as well with the thumbs up. I like that. And George Tucker says it's reached 42 Celsius here in Montreal, Canada today. Wow, that is super duper hot, man. Man, oh man, oh man, that is super hot. All right, is that Fahrenheit? Do they use Fahrenheit? They must, no, in Canada, I'm sure they use Celsius over there. You said Celsius, yeah. You said Celsius. Look at that. I missed the word Celsius after reading it too. All right, let's get into it, folks. We'll get into the crypto update as well. And I don't know what that was. Did I still have that in there? Yeah, I must have. All right, so we got some update around stock market. So stock market today, remember last week it was doing so well. Like it's been doing so well, the stock market. Well, it had a little bit of tapered off a little bit today. So this is the Monday is it Monday? Tuesday, sorry, Tuesday. And the Dow Jones was down 0.5%, S&P down 0.5%, and the Nasdaq was just down a little bit, about 0.1%. So they just tapered off a little bit there on the stock market. And the commodities as well. We got oil has definitely been up. It's $86 to 90 now. So definitely had a recent increase in the oil prices. Gold is pretty much sitting flat at $1,950. Been pretty much around that number for a long time. And silver has come off the top there a little bit at $23.87. That's kind of the markets there. And the interesting bit of news here is from the Federal Reserve, and a sign that a support for a skip in September. Remember, we've got the Federal Reserve coming up. Federal Reserve Governor Christopher Waller said in an interview with CNBC on Tuesday that there is nothing that is saying we, the Fed, need to do anything imminent anytime soon. So it doesn't look like they're going to do anything for that meeting, which is pretty cool. The growing odds of a September pause come amid optimism of the US avoiding a recession. That would be good news if that does occur. But like I say, we do, with high interest rates, we have a delayed impact with the real economy. So that could still play out, right? So that's the thing there. And we already see, chinks in the property market and things like that. So those are the things that don't come out in headline, summaries like this. Or achieving a soft landing, but so they're getting optimism that we will get a soft landing. Fingers crossed for that. And of course, that would be good news. Following recent data showed that the pace of inflation remains steady and the economy continues to remain resilient. And that does appear to be the case at the moment. So that was kind of cool. So that is good news around the stock market, and of course the Federal Reserve. Looking at the Federal Rate Monitor to see when the next meeting is. It is 2 weeks away and 18 hours to the next Fed meeting. How about that? Not far away. 2 weeks and 18 hours, and that is a 94% chance that we'll have a no change. So in other words, we'll stay at 5.5% on the federal funds rate. That's pretty cool. Now, what's November's meeting looking like? 58% currently at a no change, 40% at another rate hike. So I don't know if we'll get that. We'll just have to see how we get on by that time. But at the moment, it's looking good for a no change in the September there. And maybe we've got the terminal rate at 5.5. Fingers crossed for that too. All right, so that is pretty much it on the stock market and Federal Reserve news. That leads us into crypto generally. Bitcoin here mulling around 25,785 at the moment, so pretty much flat. Ethereum there at 1632 with 0.5% increase. And of course, the highlight here is that we've got still proto-dank sharding. That's basically increasing the size of the pipe on Ethereum to allow more transactions through per second, TPS. That's still coming up ahead of us. So we'll be waiting for that as well. So that's kind of the only big news this year. The news for next year is likely to be around BTC at the beginning, probably around an ETF for BTC. And of course, we've got the halving later on. And so that's what we're waiting for, is those kind of things. But this year, maybe ETH is the star if we can get some good results out of that proto-dank sharding. So that's kind of where we are at the moment on that. So let's jump away to just have a look at the crypto for Pulsechain. Let's go to Pulsechain. Pulsechain here, we've got some green days, so it's nice to have green today. We're at quadruple 0381 on the old Pulsechain, up 2.5% as we speak. And that is up, but it's only at 38% of the sacrifice price still. So still a big discount to the sacrifice price. Let's have a look at the charts there. We've got a nice little green day here. We had a lot of indecision charts, and those indecision charts played down here. We got the red candle yesterday, and we're about to close a green candle today. So that's kind of good at 3,800. And hopefully we can start to, edge our way higher. That's kind of the play there. We've had pretty low volumes as well. So hopefully we get a nice volume candle coming in at some stage. And we've got 20 minutes to go before this candle finishes here at the moment. So there we are. Let's have a jump over to PulseX. PulseX, of course, at quadruple 0103, still around 10% of the sacrifice price, below the whale sacrifice level 2. And but we are up 3.4% today. So we'll take that. One pulse at the moment will get you 3.68 PulseX. Unbelievable, right? One pulse will get you 3.68 PulseX at the moment. But the cool thing about PulseX is that it's silently buying and burning PulseX. So we're up to 394.2 billion now so far has been burned. So 394.2 billion PulseX burned. And more importantly, it is 1.9% of the public supply. So that is just slowly just ticking away there. Remember, everything that trades through here is getting a buy and burn of some degree, 100% through V1 and 0.07% of the 0.29% fee on the old Pulse V2. Sorry, I'm trying to say. So that was kind of cool. Let's have a look at Pulsex. Pulsex there yesterday was a really down day yesterday, and of course KDP was out there on Twitter going, "Who's selling down Pulsex?" And you might ask that too. Yesterday we bounced off again. That's 5 zeros, 9,600 yesterday. But today we're back up at quadruple 1035. We only got 4 zeros today. That's good news. So fingers crossed for that. I still think that Pulsex in the future is going to have some major spring back. Maybe it's single save staking pools. Maybe it's the Earn protocol from Power City. It's going to be, or Liquid Loans protocol with the launching as well. That we could get a pretty big flip back at some stage. So it's going to be fun to see. Maybe there's a couple other options out there too that maybe are in Richard's Heart's playbook. We'll see. All right, so that is kind of that incentive token at the moment, $1.01, and that is up 2.3%. The ratio is at 28,891 pulse at the moment, and you can see the price there is just sort of dwindling down, but we have got a green candle today. Let's have a look at the ratio to pulse for incentive. Obviously, the farms are continued to emit these incentive tokens, and we're sitting right at the bottom here at 28,891. Now, I know some people are talking about maybe it's a good zone to pick up. I still think it's speculative, at least until we get something like single-sided staking pools or something like that popping up. Let's have a quick look at the ratios while we're here. Sorry, not the. Let's have a look at the farms while we're here and see what the farms are telling us about the rate of return, at least on the farms. Now, we haven't been looking much on the V2 side with the liquidity pools. You can check those out as well. They have their own APRs. And, of course, you earn at 0.22% of all the fee trading on V2. So we're on V1 up top here. We'll switch over to V2 for the yield. But at the moment, we've got the DAI there at 65%, USDC at 67%, Wrapped ETH there 52% and 60%. So these are all the bridged-in stuff that's been bridged in from Ethereum over to Pulsechain. I did a tweet out yesterday on X, Twitter X. People got used to you saying X, but about the significance. So overall, stablecoins make about 12.5% of the total market cap of crypto. So it's a pretty big deal. And of course, it's used for, obviously pricing crypto in terms of fiat. It's used for risk management. It's used obviously buying up a lot of these assets and things like that. So, and of course, a lot of people make earnings on them, right? So the stablecoins have a lot of important uses. And at the moment, we've encouraged these to come over with the incentive token, right? And that's why they've got these nice big yields here as well. And of course, they're all paired up with Pulse, the coin of Pulsechain, the people's chain, of course, and that is the fee coin, right? There's a fee coin there. And then, of course, we've also got, in addition to those, we've also got Pulsex and Pulse, Hex and Pulse there also with their own yields. Very conservative, relatively speaking, 11% and 15%, but that's a pretty good APR by any accounts. And Incentive has its own two pools with Pulse and Pulsex, and it's currently sitting around 67% there as well. Making Incentive have a in use case there, and maybe we will see single staking pools over on the pool side here. Currently, that is empty at the moment. So that's kind of the play there. Now, obviously, we've got the buy and burn back in play. So that is continuing to burn Pulsex, buy and burn. So that is back up. We saw that the other day, and of course, we've covered that. 1.9% is now bought and burnt, which is pretty nice. Let's see, actually, we've got a couple of these. Let's have a look there. Now, I think this is all, let's have a look. I'm just running through all these. They're all empty. So that is all working pretty nicely. All right. That is pretty much it. Let's jump away to the amount of supply. So we've just hit 10 million. I just hit 10 million in the supply. Can you believe it, for incentive token? That's pretty cool for a tweet. I might tweet that out after the live stream. We also got the burn there, 64K. Of course, that was through the TRH protocol, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. Hex at the moment is at PHEX is at 00796, and of course EHEX is at 0039. So EHEX is actually up a little bit. PHEX is up too, so nice to see Hex up there, up 2.85% on PHEX, and the combined price of PHEX and EHEX, that is Hex on Pulsechain and Ethereum, is 0.0118. So we're up today. We'll take that, and good news. So one PHEX will get you 209 pulse at the moment, and one PHEX will get you 2.06, just over 2 EHEX at the moment. That's kind of the ratio there. Looking at PHEX, that's our chart there at the moment, sitting above the 50 on the Bollinger Band, and a nice little green candle after yesterday's red wick there. And of course, on Ethereum there, we're actually slowly creeping up, but still got a lot of indecision candles, but we're still slowly creeping up there on EHEX at 0038. And of course, let's look at the combined price of EHEX and PHEX here on investex.io. So this is investex.io. It's got a combined chart for PHEX and EHEX. And let's pull that up here. Bam. So that is the price there at the moment. So 0.0118 is where we're at the moment. And of course, this here is 1.2 cents basically. So we're just zigzagging around here for the last wee while. All right. So that is pretty much it. The highlights there. Let's have a look at the validators on Pulsechain. The people's chain, of course, it is run by the people for the people. And of course, 39,199 validators are in there at the moment. We've had a peak out about 39,550 or something like that. But we're down at 39,199 at the moment. We've got 1.25 trillion Pulse is off the market. It is staked with the validators, and that cannot be sold. So that's good news. Out of 15 trillion, for example, 1.25 trillion is in the validators. So good news. And of course, hopefully that will be amplified by the launch of liquid loans and collateralization of Pulse. That will be good news for everybody. Looking at the gas prices, of course, super fast, super cheap, 70% faster than Pulsechain. We've got the price of a Pulsex swap at the moment, 0.8 of a penny. Pulse coin transfer, 0.05 of a penny, and a PRC20 transfer, 0.2 of a penny. That is pretty much it. We've got around 670,000 beats. We're 1,848 times cheaper than Ethereum, and we're still in bear market, right, with bear market conditions. And of course, we've got 1,275 times cheaper than Bitcoin. Really, really cool. So that is it at the moment. Imagine how we operate in a bull market, because it's going to be even better. Those numbers will be even better. All right, so that is pretty much it. We're on day 116. That is pretty much wrapping up, and we're going to be starting day 117. Well, I guess during the live stream sometime. So that's kind of cool. That leads us into a lot of the price discovery. We're going to have a quickly go through this. I don't want to get too much on this, but we've got by liquidity pool. I've organized it by the largest liquidity. So we've got a Troper at the top there, is up 6% at the moment. And this is on my watch list, of course, and it's over half a penny. So that's pretty much it, at half a penny there on the older Troper, having a good little run. And of course, PDI has managed to get itself back up there too. But before we talk about PDI, let's talk about Wrap Bitcoin. Wrap Bitcoin there at the moment. This is not backed by actual Bitcoin, but it's being priced by the market, and it's at $41.85 here on Wrap Bitcoin. So it's $41.85, just sort of sitting in the middle. DAI has had a pretty good run. Looks like it's maybe doing something. Maybe it's about to do something and break up to the upside. Certainly looking very attractive. We're at 0.00962. We've got higher lows in here, and we're getting slightly higher highs here. So I'd really have to break up here. But that's looking pretty interesting on the old PDI. I put out a tweet about PDI. Is PDI real? With that, seen that image of the lady on the plane and talking about a guy in the back seat that she was sitting next to, saying he wasn't real, like maybe an alien or an NPC or something. I don't know, but that was pretty funny, and that got some good traction there on the old Twitter X, which I thought was pretty funny. Let's see. We've got Pepe at the moment is at 80866. So Pepe and SHIB. So these two big meme coins. We're waiting for 9inch. I think they'll both do pretty well with the 9inch meme DEX launching. Remember, there's $16 million been raised for that, and it looks like they're in for the final audits now. So hopefully we'll get that through. That's coming out soon. And of course, look at that. That's where the price is right near the bottom here. So we're watching that one for Pepe and SHIB. There's SHIB down here as well, and SHIB down the bottom there too. And that might get some new life in it when 9inch DEX launches. Now that's pretty much it on my leaderboard for top PRC20 price discoveries. Let's jump to the memes, and these are smaller liquidity pools, of course. But where did the ETH go? That is down 6%. That is one of the three main coins from the 9inch DEX, and that should get all single-sided staking support, BBC incentives. So they're probably all going to rally, is my guess there. Paul Pleb is down 1% at the moment, and Pulse Dodge here is pretty much down just below 1%. So they're all pretty much staying stable. But these are pretty. Let's have a look at Paul Pleb. Yeah, that's had a little rally, pull back now. But once that 9-inch DEX comes out, this thing will probably fly. Not financial advice, of course, we're playing probability. That is Pulse Dodgers too. Pulse Dodge in a similar position. And of course, that could be a real winner there, chicken dinner. And of course, the third one there, where'd the ETH go? That is down at the bottom here as well, at 37 cents there. I think those three that I like the most is Pulse Dodge because of the limited number of holders. But once again, I would probably use Patias to buy those because it has MEV bot protection. Those do seem to be face a lot of bots on those. Anyway, so that is pretty much there. We've got Hex Orange address is number 2. It's up actually 7.7%. Dogecoin there is pretty much flat. So if we look by percentages, we can see PulseX is up 90% there. That's a person on Twitter. Does these little hot things there trying to build up that project. And then we've got Bencoin there, the fork of Ben's token. BitBoy and formerly BitBoy. What's his name now? Armstrong. That's it. So yeah, we got up almost 10% on Ben token there. So that's pretty much it. All right, let's jump over to the Pulsechain projects and of course have a look by percentage. We're going to have a look at see what's the best percentage today. We got Pulse LN. So this is the Lightning Network bridge, of course, Bitcoin and BNB, the Pulse chain, and of course that is up 20%. We got Pulse Reflections, which launched recently. That cool utility that we talked about, checking, the contract addresses and things like that. That is up 13%. Pulse Kittens, the GameFi NFT, is up 10% there. PHUX there, the Balancer Fork, is up 8%. Internet Money wallet, of course, our own native wallet there by KG's team, is we share in the swapping profits on the wallet, is up 6%. And those are pretty much the leaders there as well. All right, so that's pretty much it on that one. Now we've got TYRH. We're going to talk about that. So let's go to TYRH into GameFi. And we can see that the best performer out of that today, out of the TYRH ecosystem, with its, 6 tokens, is, how much to take? Did I take drip off? Oh, it's got 5 tokens, sorry. I've still got drip in there as well for GameFi. But Burn token is up 5% and TYRH is up 5% as well. So look at TYRH. TYRH is at 0.0319. So it's at a third of a penny. And the TYRH is getting a bit of recovery because the news on the street is that they're going to be, big shout out to Archie, of course, in our chat for this, is that TYRH, which is here, is going to be doing a patch today. A patch, no doubt, that's going to be fixing everything up. So we do have some updates there from Archie posted in our Discord. So if you could join our Discord, link will be in the chat. I'm sure one of the mods will post there or in the video description. You can see that the audit has been done. So the audit is completed. That is out today. So that's kind of cool on the changes that they made. And of course, we have decided to give all free airdrops a flat rate of 50x multiplier. We simply cannot give the same rates as buying and staking TRH now gives. We have stakers with over 100 million TRH. That's 35 million TRH restaked. And of course, imagine a 600x plant RNG on that stake. That would be 20% of the entire plant supply airdropped. So it looks like they're going to be avoiding that. So there's some of the updates there. So it looks like they're going to be running the patch today. And hopefully that will put TRH back on its front footing again, which is kind of cool. And TRH price seems to be going up there with the limited supply and stuff like that. So we've got some more rockets on that one. That is pretty much it on that update. Obviously, TYZZ, the other project, which is launching on BNB. This is going to be like an upgraded form of TRH on BNB, trying to add all the best of features and stuff like that. There's 12 days left to go. The bonus at the moment is 12% on the daily. And of course, you can get 10% referral bonus as well at the moment, but that is ticking away there. And we can see at the moment, there's going to be 800 million TYCZ in the lobby. We're on day 12 of, so day 12 is just about finished in 4 minutes. It's got a 12% bonus. And of course, it's going to go down to 11 days and become 11% bonus. At the moment, the TYCZ is 314% cheaper than TRH at the moment, which the price has been going up, right? So $1 will get you 1,003 TYCZ at the moment. 599 wallets have gone in there, almost $800,000 are not bad there. You can obviously send any of these tokens from any of these chains. Doesn't really matter which one. Pulsechain, Ethereum, BNB to the lobby address, which is at the top there, and you'll be credited with your TYCZ on the website, obviously being airdropped at the end. So at the moment, leaderboard there, 39,500 ticking away there. There's only going to be a billions max supply, of course. Going to have a lot of the cool mechanisms and be upgraded with all of those features and stuff like that. Now you can obviously earn 10% in the referral lobby as well using referral code. You have to do a minimum of $100 there. So if you want to participate in that, you better get in the next couple of minutes because it's about to go down by 1% with the daily rate in terms of the bonus. So that is the link there as well. So kind of cool. That is a TYCZ. Now it's going to launch there as well. So obviously, obviously that's done pretty well. So we'll be watching out to see how that goes at the moment. All right. So that is going to be finishing soon. So we're just over halfway, aren't we? Really? We're over halfway on that one. So yeah, 12 days. So there we are. All right. That kind of lead us into hex.com, of course. We're going to talk about the Hex daily stats. I don't know if we've actually finished. Actually, we're ahead of our time here. We're ahead of our time. There's not a lot of projects out today, so I have checked all the project teams. Yeah, it's a pretty quiet day in the office, but it's a good day to talk about Pulsechain and Pulsechain. So we'll probably get into the chat there, talk about a few questions before we get into the Hex daily stats. We're going to be covering, obviously, a day 1373. We do have day 1372 out. We'll probably talk about that later as well. But we've got day 1373 to talk about, plus, of course, day 116 for Pulsechain. So we'll come back to that in due course. All right, let me just jump over here. Now, one thing I want to talk about was Zen quickly. We're going to talk about Zen, and let me just get onto one of those screens here. Probably end up on the Pulsechain screen here. So this is the Pulsechain price. We'll just leave that on the hourly chart there. And before we can talk about that, let's get into the chat there and catch up on some of the comments. And then I'll talk about Zen and then talk about Hex. How about that? That's a good order. All right, let us find out who else has jumped in the chat. There we are. We've got Sandy Beach. Sandy Beach says it's 90 degrees Fahrenheit today. And Check My Pulse says 90 degrees today in Massachusetts. Played some golf this afternoon, going in the pool now with Hex Token on the speakers. That's awesome. Check My Pulse. That's got to be the comment of the day. That was pretty badass. Even Sandy Beach says that sounds awesome. It does indeed. We got Francis in the house there. Hello, all. Good to see you, Francis. Welcome up. Loving those red hearts there too. Who else is in here? Sandy Beach is KDP leaving Power City. Oh, really? I did not see that. Now, that's interesting. KDP are leaving Power City. Let me just go check that on the Twitter there and see if I can pull that up. That's a pretty big news. I have a guess at what she might be doing, but let's see whether she actually discloses it. Does she actually put that up? Oh, there we are. Let's pull that up. Nice observation there, Sandy. Let's go. Bam. Look at that. After careful consideration, I have decided to leave Power City. It's in no way a reflection on their project. I'm just going to be focused on myself moving forward. I wish the team the best of luck, and they know they have my continued support from the side. So no allusion there to what she might be doing. But I happen to think maybe she'll get more into doing more influencing. That's my first guess there. She has talked about setting up a YouTube channel as well. So you may find she's obviously got a huge following on Twitter, X. So yeah, don't leave the Hex community, says Hex Ganil. I'm not going anywhere, lol. And I think we may see more of her in the influencer space, is my guess. So that's my guess. You guys let me know in the chat there what you think she might end up doing. Awaiting the KDP show on YouTube, my friend. There we are. It's coming. I needed to buy a new camera. I wrecked myself. Bullish is going to help me find a camera, but it's crypto with Katie. So there we are. That's why I said so. It looks like I got that on the money, right? At least that's the very minimum that she's going to be doing in the community. So that's good news. So you won't be missing her. She'll be back and with her own show. So how about that? Even more KDP on there. Yeah, I think she's got quite a few followers on here. 31,000, which makes her, easily top 5 or 10 influencers in the space on Twitter X for the Pulsechain X community. All right, that is that. And yeah, let's jump back out into the chat there. Nice little update there from Sandy. Who else there? We got Agent Hex in the house there. Hi, everybody. Good to see Agent Hex. Hi, Superman. Hello, howdy. I got to remember to look at the camera sometimes, That's what you got to do there. We got Excavator in the house as well. Green Day. Woohoo! Yeah, we'll take a green day. It's definitely a green day today. We got Christian in the house as well. Yes, sir. Let's stand together and get it. Share info with each other and protect one another and ride the wave to the land of wealth. That is from Christian. And $10,000 was it $10 for 1 million Pulsex DCA for the win, 100%. Doesn't that sound fantastic? And we got 1.9% of the supply is now burned, so that's no joke. Really, the Pulsex is working as designed. Now, some people have talked about with Pulsex, we haven't got limit orders, we haven't got the DAO. I have a theory about the DAO. Haven't talked about it on the live stream, and I also have. I think the limit orders is kind of good not having limit orders, and most likely is very well intentional, so that we have the V2 operating in a floating market, and I think that's kind of good at the moment. So that's kind of where I feel about that, and I'll leave my DAO theory for private chats. Howdy, Superman and family. Academiciated in the house there. Good to see Academiciated. And who else have we got here? Let me jump through that. We've got Brazology. Hi, everybody. Good to see Briz in the house. And who else has jumped in here? Good to see Wookie. Wookie's here too. What else do we got? Wookie, cool kinds only yes, sir, says Wookie. I'm not sure what that means, Wookie. EM says no sound. Seems to be fine to me. It seems that anyone else has said any comment about that. Agent Hex says, I'm so glad Jacob has sorted it out. Yeah. He's pretty decisive, man. He works things out pretty quickly. And this was a more tricky one than normal. 223 days till Bitcoin halving. Grab these prices while we can. 10x the sacrifice price on Pulsex. Accumulation patience will pay off big time. Yeah, agree with that. All weekends almost out. Maybe one more good dip and buy, says Check My Pulse. Roll on the bull market, says Agent Hex. Absolutely. Brennan says BitBoy's name is just now BitBoy, says Brennan. Yeah, I think he remissed, didn't he? And what do they call it? Remissed? Yeah, I think it's remissed. we'll just go with that. Check My Pulse says, like 5% of the wallet selling. We are part of the 95% doing what we've learned. Buy, hodl, mint. We will all be rewarded for our efforts. Nice words there from Check My Pulse. Jump through some of that. JJ's in the house. Hey, JJ, Superman, what's up, bro? All good, man. Good to see you in the chat too, JJ. Doing well. We're at Russ in the house as well. Hey, everybody. And Check My Pulse says, rub the like. Smash that like button. Definitely do that. And if you're on Superman Crypto, subscribe. And if you're on Superman Crypto, by the way, if you're watching on there, don't forget to join our Discord. The link's in the video description. I'm sure one of the moderators will post it during the live stream here, but definitely join up. We have an amazing community in the Hex Token Discord. Really is a community run by the community. Hardly do anything there. I mean, I keep out spammers with some of the mods and trying to keep the chats on topic. But that's about it. I mean, it's very much about the community running it. So definitely get in there. Good place to be. Loving a Top Gun cap. Yeah. I thought someone was going to steal it at a shot once when I was there. They said, I like your Top Gun cap. I was like, yeah, keep back. It's original. I think it's original. It's pretty old, that's for sure. Francis in the house said, hi, Superman. It's probably not original, but it's pretty old. It is pretty old. Hey, we got Pulse Bezos in the house as well. I'm your friend, Pulse Bezos. Good to see you. All right. Remember, Brennan, we're supposed to be a drama channel, and you're a moderator, so keep on top of it. Keep on top of it. All right. Let us jump over to the Hex Daily Stats, shall we? Before that, we're going to talk about Zen quickly. So Zen, we were expecting this particularly for Superman Crypto, where I cover general crypto and degen projects. Now Zen has we're expecting the launch of Zen potentially on the birthday of Zen, which is the 8th of October, for the 333 auction, which is a daily burn of Zen for the XN token or XN coin for the X1 chain. That's a lot of words there, but that has been in today's live stream with Crypto Kindness. Jack Levin has deferred that launch date. So just that's a pretty major important update. So that's just for people that, if you watched my video yesterday, that was on the assumption that we had a expected launch. So that is a second or third time we've had a deferred date, and now that is open-ended until Jack has decided on the tokenomics for the XN coin. So yeah, a little disappointing there, but it is what it is, and this is how things will go there. So yeah. All right, let us moving on. All right, let us jump over to the hex.com. We're going to get into the Hex Daily Stats, because at least we get paid regularly on the Hex Daily Stats, and that's all that counts at the end of the day, is getting the Hex Daily Stat payments, because they're immutable, right? Immutable code. You know, Pulsechain is the people's chain. It's got so many cool DeFi things in it. We've got such a big roadmap to roll out, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute too, so stay tuned for that. So here we are on day 1373. Hopefully it's off the gate. No, is it out of the gate? No, none of them. They're still not out of the gate there. So we're going to talk about DeFi. Let's talk about DeFi. We're waiting for the Hex Daily Stats, but we'll come back to that in a minute. So the people's chain, yeah. So yesterday I put out another tweet or a post, as they call them on X there, and that is talking about how, you know, Pulsechain, we've got the Fetch Oracle coming out from Liquid Loans. Now that is the key. It's kind of like the door to a house. It's going to open up the door to a lot of our top protocols launching as the Fetch protocol. And it's going to be our own Oracle, decentralized Oracle. It's going to be running on its own. There will be a revenue feature on there too, to be an Oracle reporter and get paid for that in Fetch tokens. So that's going to be a cool part of that Oracle. But the utility is a fundamental infrastructure piece for Pulsechain. And we saw PHUX the other day with as a fork of balancer. It's relying on CoinGecko prices to show you prices. We can't really have that, right? For most protocols, we need price calls where we need a price called Oracle that just keeps ticking over 24/7, just ticks away, tick 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 tock. And Liquid Loans is bringing that infrastructure, which is going to give us a robust pricing and non-pricing data. So it's not just pricing data, but non-pricing data as well. So it can be used by a lot of protocols, whether they want pricing data or non-pricing data, to have accurate price calls so that their protocols work. You know, if you've got for example, Liquid Loans, you've got to redeem back to Pulse for $1 when you issue USDL stablecoin. You need to know what the price of Pulse is. So it's going to have the price data, and it's going to be very reliable, right, and robust in the Oracle. And Liquid Loans needs that. Power City's Earn protocol, both of them Liquidity forks, both need that. We understand that obviously the complicated Pulse pot from Jacob, who's doing the TRH project, launched a BNB pot on BNB chain that needs sophisticated price calls, and they need a good Oracle for that. So they'll be likely using Fetch Oracle there too. So it's going to unleash a whole ton of protocols that need reliable, decentralized pricing calls that have all the right mechanisms, the checks and balances. So Fetch Oracle is really, really important there. So it's going to be cool. Sandy Beach got a question there. I'd like to learn how to become a Fetch reporter. What I suggest is that I know Sandy Beach, you know Gamma from the Pulsechain team. He is doing education around the Fetch Oracle reporter. So you can definitely touch base on that, but maybe I'll cover a bit more on that another time. So that is Gamma's covering that. He's been doing that for quite a few weeks, as I understand it. So yeah, that's going to be really exciting. It's going to unleash a lot of our top protocols. So that's going to open up the ability for Pulsechain to really lead in the DeFi space. Obviously, we've got a lot of cool projects already on Pulsechain. You know, we talk about those every day in our Pulsechain list on the price charts. And we've got wallets like, you know, Internet Money Wallet. We've got, you know, forks of many of the top protocols on the Ethereum over on Pulsechain, and we've got more coming, right? So we've got Famous, the GMX fork coming as well. So it's going to be a really, really cool place on Pulsechain as we get all the top Ethereum protocols on Pulsechain. But the difference is that these will be fully, you know, fully immutable, fully decentralized, and that is the end goal, right? So we got a few things we got shown up where some of the protocols got shown up with the OKX, you know, doing bridging. Wasn't real bridging though, was it? Was going through OKX to do swaps between Ethereum and Pulsechain, right? So and that once OKX left, then those all the services went off, right? We're talking about PortalX, talking about a change now, swap space, all these sort of things like that. all turned off because they didn't know correct. So obviously Pulsechain is going to lead that full decentralized environment, and it's going to be fun to watch. So we got once Fetch Oracle opens up, that is going to be a pivotal piece of infrastructure. I still think we need more development in the area of cross-chain development. So hopefully we'll see that in the next 6 months as well. But once again, we've only just started 116 days. And once we get the Fetch Oracle, we're in kind of phase 2. Phase 2 is the biggest rollout of protocols on Pulsechain. And I think it's going to be pretty fun to see that. It really is the people's chain. People get to build. People get to enjoy super fast, super cheap fees. And, of course, the best tokenomics as well with the buy and burn. That still doesn't go away, right? So the buy and burn is just sticking away on Pulsex, and also the EIP 159 burn on Ethereum on the Pulsechain is also just ticking away as well. So it's kind of cool. We see a lot of protocols borrowing those features, right? The other cool thing is that we may end up eating a bit of Ethereum's lunch too, as some of these protocols not only launch on Pulsechain but launch on Ethereum as well. And I think it's going to be pretty good. And of course, the vast majority of the protocols on Pulsechain share the profits with the users, right? So that's a real game changer in DeFi. Not only is it decentralized, but the profit sharing principle is widespread on Pulsechain, and it's only going to grow. Obviously, if you hold tokens like Loan Token and you stake that on the Liquid Loans platform, you get to share the profits on there. If you got the Watt token on Power City, almost forgot what it was. I always get confused between Watt and the Weight token. So the Watt token on Power City, you stake that, then you're going to share the profits. If you've got Time token on Internet Money Wallet, you get to share the profits of the swapping fees. Unlike MetaMask, which has all the swapping fees, and Blocks projects like Blocks, Pulsechain, Pulsex, and Hex being traded, that's not DeFi. That is not DeFi. And we had CZ calling out MetaMask and places like that, saying, "Oh, how good is the DeFi?" And of course, that's not DeFi. Decentralized finance, you're free. You can't block stuff. And so, yeah, we've seen that with the MetaMask. We've seen it with Uniswap, right? The CZ, padding Uniswap on the back. Now, remember, Hex was the community made Uniswap popular. It's not the other way around. Uniswap didn't make Hex popular. Hex made Uniswap popular. So it really is a big deal. So, yeah, we've got all the developers we need. We've got super smart developers, super passionate, super dedicated to the Pulsechain that have been rolling out and developing projects for a long time. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And there's plenty of opportunities for them to bring everything that we need to Pulsechain and true DeFi. Plus a community that's highly engaged and highly supportive of each other, generally speaking. There's always going to be some people that, a bit wild out there, but for the most part, we've got pretty good supportive principles in the Pulsechain X community, which makes, DeFi and the Pulsechain the people's chain. So lots of stuff in store we're going to keep talking about on this channel, of course, as we move forward. All right, let's see who else has jumped in here. We've got a couple of comments. Let's keep out of the drama. All my moderators are the ones talking about the drama. And one of the principles of the channel is no drama. And they got moderators talking about the drama there. I can't really moderate the moderators, but it's like, seriously. Not making it up, Super. You mate. Yeah. All right, cool. We're going to jump past all that stuff. What else we got? Pineapple Love in the house there. Hello, Super. The people's chain. Absolutely. Pineapple Love. Let me jump through some of that. Brian's in the house there, community leader. Good to see Brian. What's up, folks? But late but made it. Absolutely. Who else have got in here? Toxic Hedgehog has arrived. Good to see it. Exog. And Pineapple Love says, I really hope it goes down to, was it 505? So Pulsechain I can buy. Hey, look, it's not out of the ballpark, but I really don't. That would be well below sacrifice price, like for the whales. So, yeah, not the best price level to go to. But once again, at that price level, the volume purchase would be huge. I would only see a very, like Bitcoin going down to 15K may get us down to there. But other than that, I don't see that happening. We've got Genuine in the house as well. Do you think any of the projects are holding up from launching due to SEC and not just Fetch Oracle? Others asking me also here. I think that's would definitely, the market conditions definitely would be a consideration for people like Crypto Crazy. But Crypto Crazy on his latest videos has been pretty much saying, well, as soon as Fetch is up, we're going to be launching. So I think that they're pretty happy that they've left enough time since the SEC. I said to you that I think 6 to 8 weeks is quite adequate. And so, yeah, I think that's kind of, I think they're going to be launching as soon as they can. But like I say, they probably were in no rush. You got to let the SEC thing play out at least for 6 to 8 weeks. So, yeah, that's kind of where I feel, yeah, a consideration, but not holding them back now, I think, because they're probably the natural timing of Fetch Oracle was also playing into their place, because they didn't have actually final audits on the Oracle. They got final audits on liquid loans, but they're waiting for that for the Oracle's Fetch Oracle as well. Even after the Fetch Oracle launches, it could be up to 2 weeks, is my guess, for the launch of liquid loans and the Power City. Power City might be slightly later too. Like, you know, might be a week difference possibly between liquid loans. I don't think they'll probably launch at the same time, but yeah, because they've got to do their testing of their Oracle and make sure they're all happy, tying it into their front end, right? So yeah, we'll see. But it's kind of I think timing's working out pretty well. Pineapple love to everybody, lots of love. What's that? And some watermelon as well. And so what's that? Some peppy chilies, some peppy chilies or something, chilies. All right, and the other thing is that you've seen Crypto Crazy's been ramping up. Before we had a lot of Walrus getting out there doing the marketing for liquid loans, and now we've got Walrus coming out, right? We've now got Crypto Crazy, the CEO. He's doing a lot of videos, so it's not just Walrus now. We actually got the CEO doing a whole ton of video clips promoting liquid loans. So they're definitely ramping up for the launch. So you know, and I like that, because you don't want just to ramp up in the first week. You want to ramp up for at least 4 to 6 weeks, right? So I think that's working out pretty well, which is very bullish for liquid loans coming sooner than later. And of course, that is the biggest sacrifice project on Pulsechain outside of PulseX and Pulse, over $51 million for that. So really, it's going to be fun to see. Now, the other key thing, of course, is that it's going to allow collateralization of Pulse. That's a pretty big deal. It's adding new features to Pulse. And of course, people will be able to take out big loans. So what we'd like to see is ideally some of the big sacrifices, some of the big holders of Pulse who use that protocol and issue USDL and get some pretty nice fat juicy liquidity pools. That's how I like to say it. I don't know, this sounds funny when I say it, but that's what we want to get, and we want to tie them all together, right? So we want to have them all on Balancer, for example, the PHUX fork. We want to all tie them into CST. This is the fiat stablecoin. We want to have these Pulse and PulseX backed stablecoins. That's going to really accelerate Pulsechain. And that's why I did a tweet yesterday about stablecoins. You know, it's 12.5% of market cap. And imagine our stablecoins getting up to 10% or something like that. Let's say 5 to 10%. Let's be a bit more modest of the total value of Pulsechain. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? So yeah, 10%, 15%. Could we even get higher? You know, given the chain. So that'd be pretty cool. And that's going to help spur value. And it's also going to bring leverage, right? Leverage is king. Getting leverage into the system where people can buy, take it off the market, buy more, take it off the market, buy more. It's all self-fulfilling. So that will be exciting too to see that play out. But it will depend on some of the bigger users, that are holders, collateralizing their Pulse and PulseX. The cool thing about PulseX too is that you need less for the collateral. So you can do a $500 loan, I believe it. So you need less for the capital, and that's going to be bullish, right? So that opens it up to a lot more people with PulseX. There are a lot more holders of PulseX, so that makes a lot of sense. And we could see some big things in PulseX. This way, you know, imagine if we had single-sided staking pools coming out, and then PulseX, the Earn protocol, come out, and a lot of people using that. Imagine what we could see, even with modest collateral, right? 10% collateralization. You know, that would be amazing for PulseX, and we could see quite a rather big, strong spring back with PulseX. That could be pretty cool as well. So we don't know. We're going to find out, but we're playing probability here, and we will see. All right, let's jump into the Hex Daily Stats. Day 17. There we go, 1373. So Hex is off the top there. We got 5th of September. And of course, you can check out hex.com. You can buy Hex on Pulsechain or Hex on Ethereum, and you can burn it and swap it over for T-shares and start mining Hex. And that's basically what we're looking at, is the results for that every day. People get paid their Hex per T-share. So we're on day 1373, 5th of September. The price is at 0.0385, so just underneath 0.4 of a penny on the old Ethereum for Hex, up 1.1%. We'll take that. 3 little increases in the last couple of days. We'll take that. And the payout per T-share, 6.63. So really good day. Yesterday was just below 6.6. So not too bad there. We've had 2 dot days in the share rate. And of course, the share rate there kind of regulates compound interest on the old Pulse chain. And it means that people that have got short-term T-shares, in other words, the period's very short, like a month or 2 months, can't beat up people that got T-shares, minting out for, say, a year or something like that. So that's what it does there. And that is a dot day. But basically, that is earlier pays better. Get in early because it's going to go up pretty much most days. So, and it's going to go up big time in November, 26th, 27th, 22nd, and 23rd of November. Expected to jump by about 1,400 hex per T-share. No joke. Not joking there. It's going to be, I think, the second biggest day of all time. So after the big payday. So it's going to be a pretty big jump in the old T-share there. And man, oh man, 1,400, that's no joke. Yeah, definitely get your T-shares in before that, November 22nd, 23rd. Now, the average mining net is 7.12 years. We've got the APY there is at 39.36%. That's for existing T-shares. I can't remember. I haven't done the recent number. Maybe Brian knows. But the max share is, I think, around 30%, is it? I'm not even sure if it's that high, but you can check it out with the Hex calculator. And Brian in our Discord can help you with that. He does an amazing job instructing people about that. So liquidity in the pool, we've got 194.5 million hex in the pool. We've got liquidity in the pool, 222,000 USDC, and we've got 66 ETH in the pool at the moment. So US dollars is up there. T-shares is also up. So this is the ownership pool. The Hex is really easy to understand. We have a reward pool and an ownership pool. The ownership pool has T-shares in it, or it stands for 200 shares. That is up 614. And we're sitting at 9,820,000 T-shares at the moment in the Hex pool or T-share pool on Ethereum. And let's have a look at the amount of coins locked. 9.29% of all Hex is locked on Pulsechain. We've got penalties there, 668,000. That's people that don't keep their responsibilities. They early in-state, for example, or late penalties, those sort of things. But that is added to the reward pool, and we can see the payout pool is the reward pool there. We've got 65.1 million Hex in the pool. And the current holders, we're up 11 liquid holders on the old ETH chain for Hex, and we're up down 16 miners there. So we're at 120,203 miners on the old Ethereum chain there, which brings us on into Pulsechain. And of course, this is day 116 on Pulsechain. Same dates, of course, but the price, of course, is higher on Pulsechain. We've got 0.0795 Hex per T-share there. And we're still early days, 116 days there. And the price is up 2.4%, so not bad on a little price increase there. The payout per T-share is 6.588 after yesterday's pretty nice little 6.775. And the share rate there, and a dot day on both days, and that's not going up at the moment. So basically, you can get the same amount of T-shares for the same amount of Hex. The average mining period there, 7 years, so a bit shorter than on the Ethereum side. The APY 38.33% for the existing T-share holders. The ownership pool, there's an increase of 4,800 T-shares. That's a pretty decent increase. Yesterday was not bad either. We're sitting at 9,866,000 T-shares in the ownership pool on the Pulsechain for Hex. The lock percentage of coins, 9.52% of Hex is locked on the Pulsechain. And we got penalties of 436,000, quite down dramatically from yesterday. We had over 4 million, which is pretty amazing. We've had a lot more volatility and penalties on the Pulsechain than the ETH chain. Of course, there's probably a lot more distractions on the Pulsechain there. We've got 65 million in the reward pool. Let's look at the growth. We got 14 liquid holders on the Pulsechain side for Hex, and we're up 9 miners. So there's 9 miners on the old Pulsechain. We're at 124,066, which is something like 3,000. I think 3,000 more, is it? Actually, it's quite a bit more now. It's pretty. Oh, we're at 4,000. Almost not quite 4,000. 3,900 or something like that more miners on Pulsechain than there is on Hex. Basically, on the 10th of May, Hex got forked, and of course, it's on Pulsechain and Ethereum, and the metrics are starting to separate themselves there. And that's what we're seeing happen there with the miners, about 3,900 more miners on the old Pulsechain, and it's a cheaper chain, right? Cheaper chain, dramatically, right? 1,100 times cheaper or so forth. And now we did talk about Ethereum and their proto-dank sharding coming up, and then of course they're going to move to full dank sharding once they do that. And so that should make the pipe bigger, meaning that you can have more transactions per second going through. And of course, Vitalik has this full dank sharding target of about 100,000 transactions per second, which would be a game changer. Hopefully, that has a lot of impact on the price. and therefore on the S load, which is how Hex gets calculated on the S load function gets calculated for Hex daily rewards, which is why it can be expensive on the Ethereum side. All right, I think that was it on Hex Day Stats. Was that pretty cool? So check out hex.com, folks, and yeah, you can pick up Hex on Pulsechain and on Ethereum. Do your financial due diligence, of course. Have any questions, get into our Discord and get into our Pulsechain chat and talk about that. But that's pretty much it. So looks like we're going to have some good news around the TYCZ with the patch today. So stay tuned. If you want to get more information, get into our Discord, but really get into the Telegram for TRH. And presumably if you're playing this game, you already know that. You can see at the top of the website, of course, tyrh.io, and you can go to Telegram and get the latest, greatest news there as well. I might copy that into the chat there just in case you want to, some of you may not have it saved, even if you're playing the game. Maybe that's the case. So that is it on the staking there as well. All right, that's pretty neat. What else are we going to say about that? Yeah, we're down to day 11 now on TYCZ on the BNB chain, and the bonus is down to 11% there. So that is pretty much it. So Pulse, just to wrap it up. Oh, it's coming down a little bit there. We're not having a Hex Token channel pump or Superman Crypto. We're down at 0.0. We're at quadruple 0.3786 at the moment on Pulse. We're at quadruple 0.1030 at the moment for PulseX. Incentive ratio 28,864 per incentive. PHEX at the moment at 0.07936, so just under 0.8 of a penny, and EHEX there at 0.038, so just under 0.4 of a penny at the moment. And the combined price of EHEX and PHEX at 1.18 cents, so just below 1.2 cents at the moment on that. That is how we rock and roll here on Hex Token and Superman Crypto. Coming up to an hour, of course. Brennan says Pulse Souls to the moon. Yes, the Pulse Souls has got more coming down the line for the NFT collection there with their next NFT issuance, and of course their own token coming down the pipeline too. So that's going to be pretty bullish for Pulse Souls. All right, I think we're going to wrap it up there. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's live stream. Pulsechain really is the people's chain, and it will lead to DeFi revolution. We've got such an amazing number of devs that are either forking or bring innovative DeFi protocols to Pulsechain. One of the key principles, of course, is the profit sharing that you get amongst all these protocols, which is pretty exciting. And we've got stable coins, of course, fiat on-ramp, off-ramps with Coast. We've got our own native wallets, of course, with Internet Money. We've got, obviously, official cross-chain bridge with its own validators. We've got more solutions probably going to happen in that space as well. We've got big DeFi protocols coming soon that are going to add new features to Pulse and PulseX with collateralization, and of course issuances of more stablecoins, USDL and PXDC. We've got big margin trading protocols coming with the fork of GMX, and we've got lots of cool gaming and other things coming to Pulsechain. So it really is going to be a flourishing place to do business, and of course super fast, super cheap with superior tokenomics. Unlike Ethereum, we've got protocols with the buy and burns like PulseX versus Uniswap. And of course, we've got better inflation, deflation tokenomics on the Pulsechain main chain itself. So it really is pretty amazing. And of course, the biggest thing of all is the most amazing community, which is you guys. And it's going to be a lot of fun to share the journey as we start day 179 on Pulsechain. It really is going to be cool when we lead into that bull market. A lot of you are able to DCA in and accumulate amount of Pulse and PulseX beyond your wildest dreams at the moment, particularly PulseX, which is down at 10% of the sacrifice price. So that has been like an amazing godsend to the retail players as well, because you're getting it down there where the whales are actually below the whales price on the old PulseX. So pretty is a fun time for those who are accumulating. All right, let's play out some cool stuff on the way out. We'll probably play Richard Hart's music and tribute. Let us see where Richard's Hart here. All right, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'll be in Discord, of course, and have a good day. I'm going to be doing my walk day number 43, and I encourage you to get out there and do some fitness too. It's always good. Good health and crypto. That's how we rock and roll. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.
Here in my $3,000 Valentino Rockstud purse, my $3,000 Prada jacket, $2,000 Prada shirt, $2,000 or $3,000 Prada pants, Prada glasses, Prada hat, Prada bracelet, and it's all Prada, 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 Prada. Prada shirt, Prada hat, Prada glasses, Prada pants. And it's all nylon, so the haters' tears fall right off. Prada shirt, Prada hat, Prada glasses, Prada pants. And it's all nylon, so the haters' tears fall right off.
Lil Bubble, let me ride that rocket.